It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Chiefs and the Silver and Black, and it's coming up next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, it's year 4 of this wonderful building now, and it's going to host the Super Bowl come February. Fans of the Silver and Black certainly hoping their guys will be a part of it. But this is a franchise that hasn't won a playoff game since the 2002 season.
But they should be firmly focused on getting back to the playoffs. They have the team that can do that. Defensively, they get after the quarterback. Great pass rush, and now they have a new leader at quarterback, and they expect to put some points on the board.
And then for the visiting Chiefs, what a year it was. A 3rd Super Bowl appearance in 4 years, a 2nd title, and it's definitely the MVP, Patrick Mahomes, that makes it all go.
And just watching his development, his maturity over the years as a starting quarterback, we know about the gifts, we know about the talent, but now you add in the mental side of the game, and he controls every aspect for Kansas City.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a 2-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
This 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively, because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. Bringing them out is the pocket passer from Purdue, rookie Aiden O'Connell.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Third down and 6. Here's O'Connell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Michael Dana able to run him down for a loss of a yard. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
A solid stiff arm. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
O'Connell now off the bootleg. That one complete to Horsted. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Back to throw, O'Connell. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Mahomes to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Nifty move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, Jacobs. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing, O'Connell. That is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And O'Connell now to throw. Crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group.
From the 25, here's 2nd down at a yard. Play action. Now O'Connell. He finds Mayer here. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
O'Connell throwing, 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Devontae Adams. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Mecole Hardman taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And down he goes, brought down, a Raider sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available, and he's got to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass
and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Pacheco gets it up the gut, shedding through the defense. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Mahomes going to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Let's go now. Let's go.
2nd and a couple. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Joe Fortson from 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now O'Connell. That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Kadarius Toney deep for KC. That's taken on the 25. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Gray. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now 2nd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. On 1st down, Mahomes. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Rice. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A final shot before break. O'Connell. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
O'Connell looking to throw on first. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's O'Connell. He's got his target. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And that one results in 35 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. O'Connell. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And they go play action here with O'Connell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
O'Connell now off the bootleg. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play action. Now O'Connell. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfrow. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one too wide and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Here comes Carter. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. O'Connell from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 1st and 10, it's O'Connell. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's O'Connell again on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. A quick throw caught by Rice. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Mahomes now on 1st down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. O'Connell on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. And O'Connell now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Raiders on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing, O'Connell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now O'Connell. And his throw here is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's O'Connell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Caught on the right side by Adams. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Touchdown! Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guy, big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Mahomes going to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as a tackle made up at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Bulldozes past him. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Again, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Butker's kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out come the Raiders. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this fourth quarter. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Off the play fake. O'Connell. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The open man here, Renfro. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. To throw here, O'Connell. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on 1st down, O'Connell. It's caught here by Adams. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's second down. Now a carry for Jacobs. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
You ready to roll? Playmaker, step up right now.
A big play here, 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Carlson able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now here comes Kansas City. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Mahomes. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Mahomes will throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.